Look at this, guys. Beautiful. No crack in the windshield. It's actually still fairly clean. And we're getting ready to head into the canyon here. Take you guys back up through the canyon and on our way back to Mammoth. I heard they got a little snow last night. Nothing really to talk about, but we're expecting some more flurries today and tomorrow and throughout the weekend. So we'll keep an eye on everything up there and see how it goes. And doesn't look like anything major coming over the next week or two, but stick around with us as we wrap up all the construction projects and things that we're working on, and we're going to prepare for this season. And I hope we have a lot of fun stuff to show you guys this winter. Well, one thing I can definitely see in the Kern River, maybe we can get a view of it as we come around one of these corners, but the water level is way down, like it's calmed. Basically, they've shut down the dam and they're not releasing water like they were, which is actually a good thing. I think the lake didn't even lose a whole lot of water over the summer. It's still pretty much real close to the high point that it ever was. And yeah, you can, I mean, I can see, it's tough for you guys to see, but the river is just really calm compared to how it was raging throughout the whole summer. It was just, I mean, it was going. And now it looks very calm. You can see where the water lines once were, and now it's quite a bit lower and just calmer. All the rapids there's still kind of some white water areas, like right here. You can see this, the water's flowing pretty good, but this is nothing compared to what it was doing a month ago. You know, a month ago it was just roaring through here. It almost was up to the road right here at one point. During the summer, it was right up about 6 inches down in a couple areas from the highway. So kind of nice to see that slowed down, and they're holding some water in the lake up there. I think that's a great thing. I know, you know, the valley's full of water, so it was a good year overall. Let's see how this next one shapes up. Well, we definitely had a little moisture here on the road not too long ago. And I was looking over here. I mean, I don't really see anything per se that looks like rain, but that must have been letting out a little bit of moisture there. And it had to have just passed over us here because the road's still wet. There's like water standing in certain areas. That's kind of a cool little bunch of low clouds there. Just made it up here to Lake Isabella. But here's Lake Isabella. You can see the dam up there. And definitely got some moisture over here to the north of us. Kind of heading northeast right now, so I guess it would be kind of to the northwest. But you can see some low-hanging clouds here. Ed sent me a few videos from up in Mammoth, and it's wet up there. There's a lot of moisture up there. Everything's wet. It's warm, so the snow's not sticking. It's just kind of melting right as it hits the ground there. I'm gonna take you guys, see if I can't find a little spot to pull in down by the water. If it's not too windy, we'll hop out and take a look at the lake and the levels, kind of show you how how much water's in the lake right now. And you know, it's definitely, they're holding water back, so the river's not flowing like it once was, and that's kind of cool because in the years past we've seen them just run it all the way down till it's empty. So it's pretty neat to see them holding back with the water. And I'm sure the only reason they're doing it is because the valley's got too much water as it is. And hey, maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe we're gonna get some serious snow and rainfall again this year on the West Coast. You can see that dam. That's the upgraded dam that the Corps of Engineers did. And they're really, boy, they've really moved out a lot of equipment, and I think it's done because, I mean, a month ago there was tons of equipment everywhere. They've got it. Looks like it's really cleaned up. So that thing's pretty much wrapped up, and it's added to the capacity of this lake by quite a bit. And that was I mean, they've been working on that for several years. Dare I say 5 or 6, maybe even longer. Here's the lake. You can see it's pretty calm out there. Water level's looking pretty good. Definitely down a little bit from where it was, but still levels are looking good. So that's good to see. We're gonna hop down here. We got a little bit of extra time this morning, so I'm gonna take us down here by this this little area right here. Kind of a dangerous spot to have an entryway right here, right on almost like a blind corner. You gotta be real careful here. Okay, so now we'll come down here and take a look at this little dock area here, and just real quick, not gonna spend a whole lot of time here. Of course you want to get out, don't you, bud? Of course you want out. So we're gonna hop out, show you guys a view of the lake from down here. Beautiful. You can hear some cows bawling in the background over there somewhere. Definitely got some rain. I can smell it. It smells. And then look at those clouds low hanging. That's typically you're not going to see that around here, so that's kind of unique. They're not really that low hardly ever, so that's cool. You can see the water at one point this summer was probably up to right about here. So it's come down a bit, but it's still way higher than it was. So I'll take you guys out here on the water real quick. This is a nice dock. Concrete. Very cool. Hopefully he doesn't jump in the water. That's gonna be a problem. Don't want her getting all wet. She'll probably do it though. Yeah, this is a solid, high quality deck here. Oh, there she goes. Sadie, no! You're gonna get, oh my goodness. Now you're all wet. Perfect. She just can't help it. She cannot help it. So here's the back side of the dam here. You can see how much further we have to go with the water levels if they wanted to. Now, if they did do that, there's some places up the way here that would be completely underwater. Mount Mesa, like the hardware store, like there's a couple ranches that have houses that are kind of fairly close to the water. This summer they got fairly close, and yeah, if they ever did raise that lake up all the way, it could be a problem for some people. Anyways, hope you enjoyed Lake Isabella here. We're gonna get on back to the road trip. Well, I guess they may have lowered it a little more than I thought, because last year the water, or it wasn't too long ago actually, the water was right, I think it was right around this bend here. You could see it, and it wasn't far at all from the road. This ranch right here was one that would have been in trouble if the lake ever gets up to the high point. Yeah, I think it was right here, and the water was all the way up to well, I see a truck stuck there, so it was right there before, so it's come down a bit, and he's stuck. That guy's in trouble. I think it looks like he's stuck. It's muddy down there, I know that. But yeah, about where that truck's at is about where the water level was, and it wasn't too long ago that it was right there. So both of these ranches right here are fairly close to the water line. So we're getting close here to the pass, Walker Pass. See those clouds hanging low right there? Like I was saying, you don't normally see that. It's pretty cool. We might actually, going over the pass, we may actually get into them. That'd be very interesting. Never had that happen before. But it kind of looks like this way there might not be any, so we'll see. We'll see when we get up here. We may be in for a treat, because it actually does look like there's cloud cover hugging right over the top of those, over the pass. That's going to be awesome. That will be really awesome. Can't say for sure that we're going to get into those, but it kind of looks like it. They're right there, and I know we got to go through right over there somewhere. Well, that'll be a first for me. They're, like I said, unusually low on these clouds. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this is like, you know, high desert here, so you're not normally gonna see clouds like this foggy moist cloud cover that's actually like dense. So right over here to the right here, you can see it's just a little mysterious looking over there. That's so cool. So we're gonna go right up through there. So we might actually get to drive through a little tiny bit of it if we're lucky. From the what it looks like. It kind of looks like we're gonna go through right there, straight ahead. So I think I'll just let it roll. I'll let the camera roll. So this is not fog, this is actually clouds. I mean, I guess you could call it fog, but these are the clouds. We're like driving through the clouds, guys. There's the sun poking through right there. Let's look right at it. No, went away. We're almost to the top here, guys, so It's really dense up here at the top. This is unbelievable. And we're gonna be popping over onto the Mojave Desert. Like, when do you ever see fog in the Mojave Desert? Yeah, it's getting thick. So I'm assuming when we pop over the other side and we just drop down just a little bit in elevation, we're going to be below the clouds, and hopefully I'll get a good shot of it from below, like from the backside or whatever. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen fog in the desert before. Maybe, but not that I can remember. Definitely pretty lucky, I think, to see this. So I'm glad I got to share it with everyone. May not think it's too special, but I mean, I do. I've never, like I said, I've never seen. It's dry climate out here, so you don't see fog out here ever. Very, very rarely would you ever see fog out here. But we're starting to get down lower and lower here, so I'm hoping we're gonna get out of these clouds, and we'll be able to look back and kind of see how they're tucked up against the mountains here. I can see over here the sun's trying to break through, kind of putting a little sheen on the mountainside there. You could actually see some sunlight right over there. And it looks like, just kind of like as I suspected, it looks like we're going to drive out of it and get below it again. So yeah, right over there you can see that shining, the hillside over there that's the sun shining. I can see blue sky above this. Very interesting weather. We've got blue sky above and gloomy, overcast below. Well, not exactly what we were hoping for, but it looks like the cloud cover's a lot broader on this side of the mountain range, and it extends all the way out into the desert there. So not like on the other side where we were seeing little clusters and blue sky. It's pretty much solid gray over on this side here. Well, there's where we just came from. And here is the Ridgecrest area over this way. Desert, high desert. And you can see that blue sky popping through right there. So we'll kind of see how things change as we head north. We're on our way to Bishop and then to Mammoth after that. So yeah, we got under the clouds here. You can kind of see an idea of what we went through up top. This is a little more dense on this side. Looks like it's getting lighter up to the north here, so we'll just keep on trucking. Folks, we are just pulling into Mammoth here, and See, the cloud cover is pretty heavy. So we're expecting little flurries of snow throughout tonight and the weekend. So I'll keep you guys abreast of how that goes. And let's get up here and see what everybody's up to. See, we got a little snow on the ground here and there. Definitely not anything to brag about yet. Those clouds are pretty intense. They're kind of low up here this way too. It's kind of stayed right on top of the mountains the whole way up. Starting to look like winter time's getting here though. You can see the difference. It's starting to look like last year. Up by the house here, it looks like it's a little thicker. I'm gonna go ahead and get the blower. I mean, I know Mike brought one of the new machines up, so it's got the blower on it, ready to roll. But I'm gonna put our other blowers on our other machines, just so they're ready to go. And if we happen to get a little bit more than we expect, we're gonna fire those bad boys up and roll with them. So. You can see there's the new machine parked out. They're making friends out there. All right, everything's looking good, nice and tight. Everything looks nice and tight. They're adding their bolts now. Running some SDSs in from the bottom into the top logs. The 8 inches. We'll get our bottom bolt holes drilled out. And the owner's wanting a wall built now. One here and here. And he wants the same siding at his house on it. So he's gonna change up that a little bit. But yeah, moving along now on this one finally. Now that we got all of our material. All right, this is hanger 61. We're gonna change out these 7 purlins and one right there. So Sal's gonna start unbuttoning it from down here. And we got the guys up on top here, taking apart the roof, getting it all unscrewed and ready to go. Down the way over here, we're gonna have 2 teams, one on a roof, one doing back panels. So we came all the way to the very far end of the executive side, started with 61, and then we'll start working our way down the row. These guys are just coming back and screwing everything off. Everything's patched and done. Now they're just doing all the screws. We have lots and lots of screws to put in, all the way down. We put in a lot when we put them up, but we didn't nail it off 100% or screw it off. We just kept moving. So we're gonna replace these 3 panels here, and that's it. Just lots of screwing off, and we're all done with the corporate side. We got a couple guys on this roof right over here doing a little more screwing also, and then we're done. All right, we're over at Starwood. We got a small punch list. Alex and Chad are knocking out some diaphragm blocking.
That looks great. Nice and straight. They'll finish this room, and then we'll set out scaffolding on the outside. We'll set up the scaffolding here and get all this done. We got rain coming tomorrow. It's a really nice day today. Hopefully we'll have this all done. We have a call in for inspection tomorrow. All right. The guys got the 7 purlins switched out. I'm gonna head around back and grab the sheets. All 7. Grab some sheets and get it covered. So this is a sign right here at Juniper. Still kind of need to do a little touch up right there. Like right there. Potholes got plugged. It got centered again because it was a little off-centered. So we had to move it up a little bit. Scoot it a little bit this way. So it's nice and centered. But we're gonna fix that up right now real quick. Sand it, paint it. And this one's done. Put in the last log up. This one's really heavy. Took a little bit more manpower than we thought. Up it goes. Got it in. So here in Tamarack, we're replacing these 2 windows right there. We're getting them a little bit more square. They were out of square, so we're fixing that up, putting new framing, and we should be able to get these 2 windows replaced by tomorrow. We got the roof all shingled out. We got the primer. Yeah, this cabin is looking real good. Have a little moving party. We have around 360 sheets of this 12 footers to get up there. We got a forklift driver. Hopefully we're able to make our way through here and get him through that window.